so thank you for allowing me to speak. I also am a nurse. I work as an RN. I'm currently employed by Springfield Hospital per diem. And I'm very concerned about 5G. I have my own personal experience, which started actually I'm not going to get into my personal experience, but I will say that I did discover that I too have some EMF sensitivity, and it really concerns me. And one of the things that concerns me, that's been on the back of my mind as each person speaks, and being here in this room where there are so few legislators, that when one has the experience of EMF sensitivity, when other people around you don't have that experience, they often are going to discredit you, and they're going to look at you as though you're someone with a tinfoil hat. And my credibility as a science-based person, as an RN, is really important to me. But one of the other things that I understand, and I really appreciate all the research that's been done, and I particularly appreciate the fact that you took steps so that we in Vermont are able to opt out of the smart meters. Yes.
It wasn't just.
No, I understand, but you were
I
part
saw
of that.
trouble coming. I said, person,
Right.
go to every committee where they're bringing it up, and by the 5th or 6th committee, the lobbyists for the utilities came and talked to him. That still only resulted in a $10 fee. Then other people, including Tina, who's here, helped to work together to get the opt-out and have it retroactive. And I will say, we thank Tony Klein for that. Representative Tony Klein was the one who actually did this in legislation, and we are very lucky.
So we need to do the same thing with 5G. And one of the arguments that I hear from people is concern about the economics. People are concerned that Vermont has to move into the 21st century, that we have to have widely available broadband. I am 100%, I'm a major tech person, I love tech, and fiber optic is the way to go. 5G doesn't make any sense. But from a health perspective, I want to tell you something. There's a program in Vermont called 3-4-50. And 3-4-50, probably none of you have heard of it. It's being implemented with medical providers. And what it refers to is that there are 3 behaviors that affect 4 conditions that are responsible for more than 50% of the deaths in the state of Vermont. The 3 behavior, and I would say that we would want to add this RF radiation to that because it affects these conditions. The 4 conditions, I will tell you, that are directly affected by this radiation are, they are diabetes, they are cancer, heart disease, and lung disease. Actually, all of them are affected by this 5G radiation. And I want to speak just a little more personally to this question of diabetes. Now, in addition to being an RN, I'm also trained and certified as a holistic health coach. Like, I don't remember your name, who teaches mindfulness and does Tai Chi. I have those same interests as well, and I teach mindfulness and I teach Qigong. Anyway, I'm a healthy person. I'm very concerned about my diet. I don't have any family history of diabetes, and yet I find myself being pre-diabetic. I find that my blood sugars are not where they should be. Now, I foolishly have been late to the game in terms of getting the wireless out of my house. I've only within the last couple of months switched to wired internet. But my blood sugars are not where they ought to be. I mean, I'm not diabetic yet, and I'm taking steps, but I hike every day. I'm out in nature. I make sure to get barefoot on the ground. I have a dog. I mean, I'm in good shape. And somehow I'm being affected by this diabetes. The rates of diabetes in our country and in our state are going through the roof. We have little children who are being diagnosed with diabetes. And it's not just a question of inactivity and they're eating junk food. There's something else that's affecting it. I haven't looked at the timelines, but I would bet you that this increase in diabetes is going to be shown to correlate very much with the rollout of this wireless radiation that we're all being exposed to. So I sure hope that we will all be contacting the legislators who are not in this room so that we can make sure that we take steps to prevent this rollout. Thank you. Just quickly. So I came across, I wish I had the written reference to offer to you, but there was testimony by an MD who had done her own extensive research in medical libraries about this issue of the 5G, and she was testifying in front of another state legislator about her concerns. And one of the things that she named is that when they are going to do research on diabetes with rats, the way they make the rats diabetic is by exposing them to RF radiation. It is that reliable. They can make all of them diabetic by and she said it's not long-term and it's not a lot. But they make them diabetic in order to do experiments on diabetes by exposing them to RF radiation. And it has been, there are plenty of studies that link increases in blood sugar to this RF radiation exposure.